What's up, plant fam? It's G from Roots and Roasts, and today we're getting into one of my favorite herbs to grow, cook with, and even dry for burning sage. Whether you're working with a windowsill in an apartment or digging into a backyard bed, I've got you covered with this beginner-friendly guide to growing sage indoors and out. Sage is more than just a holiday herb. It's medicinal, spiritual, and culinary, and when grown right, it'll bless your space and your plate. Sage, or Salvia officinalis, is a perennial herb from the mint family, native to the Mediterranean. You'll recognize it by its soft, silvery green leaves and earthy aroma. You can absolutely eat it, dry it for tea, or even use it for light smudging. But not all sage is the same. More on that at the end. Let's start indoors. Here's what you'll need. A pot at least 8 to 12 inches wide and deep. Terracotta is clutch for airflow. A well-draining herb or cactus mix. Mix in perlite if you've got it. A bright window, south-facing if possible, or a grow light for 12 to 14 hours a day. And a starter plant, which is a lot easier than growing from seed for beginners. How to plant. Fill your pot with moist, well-draining soil. Gently transplant your seedling, or sow 2 to 3 seeds about a quarter-inch deep. Place your pot in direct light or under your grow light setup. Water only when the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch. Indoor care tips. Rotate your pot weekly to keep it growing evenly. Trim leaves often to encourage bushiness. And whatever you do, don't overwater. Sage likes its roots a little dry. Now if you got a garden or balcony setup, sage thrives outside too. When to plant. New York climate late April to May after the last frost. What you'll need, a sunny spot with 6+ hours of full sun. Sandy or loamy, well-drained soil, pH 6.0 to 7.0. A little compost or aged manure mixed in to feed the soil. How to plant. Loosen soil about 8 inches deep and blend in your compost. Plant your sage seedlings or seeds about 2 feet apart. Water well after planting. After that, only water when the top 1 to 2 inches of soil are dry. Add mulch to retain moisture and keep weeds down, optional. When to harvest. Start when the plant is about 6 to 8 inches tall. Harvest in the morning, once the dew's dried. Always cut above a leaf node, where 2 leaves meet the stem. How to dry sage. Tie stems into bundles and hang upside down in a dark, dry space. Or lay them on a mesh rack in a well-ventilated room. Once crisp, store in airtight jars, or wrap into bundles for burning. Here's the thing, not all sage is the same. Culinary sage, Salvia officinalis, that's what you're growing. Perfect for food, tea, and even light smudging. White sage, Salvia apiana, native to the southwest U.S. and traditionally used in indigenous spiritual practices. Note, if you plan to burn sage, please be mindful. White sage is sacred to indigenous communities and has been overharvested. If you use it, source it ethically. Sage will live for 3 to 5 years if you take care of it. Refresh the soil every spring. It pairs well with rosemary, thyme, and lavender in the garden. Use fresh sage in soups, sauces, and roasted dishes, or dry it for tea in bundles. If you found this guide helpful, drop a herb in the comments, subscribe to Roots and Roasts, and share this with someone who needs a little more green in their life. Whether you're growing it for flavor, fragrance, or peace of mind, sage has a place in every home.